everyone, Annette here from Ask Me Decor. Welcome back, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. Well, I've been busy. I got the house ready for spring and Easter. I had so much fun. I used a great color scheme, and today we're going to talk about my dining room. I love the way this dining room came out, and I can't wait to show you. Full disclosure, I had some inspiration from a YouTuber. I watch a girl called Brittany Blane. I'm going to mention her here because I totally used her inspiration. You can go watch her videos. She's great, and I do love the ideas that I get from her. So anyway, she did her dining room and her breakfast nook in like a Peter Rabbit theme, and it is adorable. Go check it out if you can. So I decided I loved it, and I wanted to try to use that a little bit, not exactly. So what I did, I went through my stash, found everything I could that had some blue in it and some rabbits, whatever I could find. Well, I didn't have much, so I had to go to Michael's. Now, she got her bunnies at Michael's, she said. So I went there. Well, our Michael's didn't have a lot of bunnies left. So I was able to get 2 small bunnies. I got some ribbon, couple orange carrots, and 1 little cabbage. They had 1 cabbage left in the store. It was kind of falling apart. I thought, I don't care, I could glue it because I need a cabbage. And then I came home, pulled out my blue and white china, which I only have a few pieces. Some of it is Staffordshire, some of it is Wedgwood, but I only have a couple pieces of blue and white. And then I pulled out my green cabbage dishes. I've never used blue for Easter decorations before, so this was totally new to me, and I am absolutely in love with the way it came out, and I can't wait to show you. So thank you, Brittany Blane, for the best idea ever. I'm in love with it. So in an effort to show you how I put this dining room together, we're going to start right here on the mantle. I used these large charger plates. Now, they are not technically the cabbage ware plates, but they're green and white, and I absolutely love them. I purchased them in an antique store a couple years ago. Then here comes some of the blue and white. This is Wedgwood. I have these 4 little plates. They're adorable. And I have this tiny little pill container, which is actually Delft. I'm going to put those on the mantle together, and I am going to add some greenery in between the plates just to spring it up a little bit. You're probably saying to yourself, why blue and white plates? Well, the inspiration from Brittany's video, she used Peter Rabbit, and Peter Rabbit has a blue jacket. So she used the blue jacket as part of her color scheme, and I thought, all right, I have blue and white plates. That to me is jumping off from the blue jacket of Peter Rabbit. Next, I'm going to do the china cabinet. I'm putting a lot of my green and white things in here. My green dishes are Pinero Bordala, but they are not cabbage. They're more of a lattice print on them with some leaves, and I have those since the 80s. And here is some blue hydrangea. I forgot to mention, I did buy that at Michael's too. I just bought 2 sprigs of it, and it's just enough blue to pull off the color scheme we're going for in this room. I love to put these wine glasses in my china cabinet. They have a gold rim. They used to be my mother's, but that gold rim really speaks to me because my chandelier is gold. There's a lot of gold accents in the room, and those glasses just repeat that color. I love it. I'm sure you've heard me mention this dairy canister. It came from a farm where they made ice cream, and this is how they stored it. And I got this at an antique store a few years ago. I decorated for almost every season. And this year, it got a spring look. So I left the birch branches in there. I added a little bit more of those blue hydrangeas. Here's some tiny little roses that I introduced. And here come the orange carrots. Now you're probably wondering, why orange carrots? Well, you know, Peter Rabbit, the story happens in a vegetable garden. And, you know, little vegetables are just perfect to add to the look of the theme. And how about this blue and white ribbon? This was so indicative in my mind of my china. It had the same color combination, and I couldn't believe it when I saw it at Michael's. Now, it was not a very big roll of ribbon. It only had 3 yards on it, which was just enough to make a bow and this little tie. Now we get to do the table, and this is definitely my favorite part of the whole room. I started with the runner, which has some bunnies on it, and then I used this basket in the middle of the table. It was a gift from my sister, perfect for our theme. I'm adding a cake riser to it because I didn't want everything to sink down into the basket. And on top of that cake riser, I put some raffia. Who knew a head of fake cabbage could make me so happy? But look at how cute it looks in that basket. And here is my one plate that I have in this pattern. I thought it was Staffordshire, but it's not. It's Wedgwood, and it is the blue onion flower pattern. That looks great in there, and this is actually another piece of the cabbage ware from Portugal, which I hope I'm saying it right, is called Pinheiro Bordala. Here's the bunny I bought at Michael's. I actually bought 2 of them. And he has a technically blue jacket on, so I thought that was working for our plan here. I added more of those blue hydrangeas and a couple more sprigs of those tiny little white roses. A couple more of these orange carrots complete the look and tie it in with the ice cream canister in the corner. This is really coming out cute, and it's a great time for me to talk about how YouTube videos are meant to inspire you. They're meant to give you ideas and have you go and purchase some of the things you saw them use. And that's exactly what I did here. I was inspired, and I was more than happy to try to make it work in my own room. I did my own thing though. I didn't do it exactly the way I saw it. I used what I had, and I think it came out great. Couldn't you just imagine sitting here and having a lovely Easter brunch on this table? dining room inspired by another YouTuber. I'm in love with the colors, and why don't you try it in your own house? Until then, if you have any questions, just ask me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.